The Good Life Game Show is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service with support from the BCS Project and USAID.
Johnny Hughes, the bona fide genius, Ochadie, and Miamini. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to host you to what I consider the most educative, the most entertaining, the most informative show in Ghana right now that elevates you to choose and enjoy the good life that you have always dreamt of. And if you're wondering how these four have made it onto this grand stage, come along, let's take a cozy walk down the memory lane and we'll find out how. Why is it bad to give babies less than 6 months old other foods or fluids in addition to breast milk?
Because one, their bodies are not too developed to digest the food substance, and the breast milk itself is also enough to suffice for their needs, as it contains antibodies and other stuff.
True or false? All mosquitoes carry malaria.
False.
False it is. Whoa, great. If your child is vomiting, you should stop giving them oral rehydration salts. True or false?
False.
False. That's correct. All right, thank you. We'll see you at the semifinals. Congratulations. A round of applause for her. Which food group is responsible for making children grow tall, big, and with strong bones?
Bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding food group, that's correct. All right, Shelly, enjoy. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You are welcome back to the Good Life Game Show. This is the grand finale of the third season of your favorite Good Life Game Show, proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS Project, with sponsorship from the United States Agency for International Development, the American people. This is by far the only show in Ghana that educates you, entertains you, informs you, and even better, elevates you to choose and enjoy your good life. You just met our contestants, and pretty soon we'll be starting the contest. But if you're watching from home and you've not had a chance to be here on the set, here's what you do. Pick up your phone and text the word Good Life to the short code 1761. It activates your phone to play along from home as if you were Alan, Selassie, Rosling, or Nana. That's very, very easy. And at the end of the round, just like we'll do for them, we'll put together the scores. If you want something, we'll be glad enough to reward you. Now to my contestants, you know the deal. Every question has a lifespan of 5 seconds. It carries 3 marks. And at the end of the round, the one who gets the highest accumulated score kicks someone out. It should be fun for you. You have kicked people out. Now it's your turn to be kicked out. Now let's go on to our resource person, permanent resource person in the house. Her name is Dr. Margaret Nazer. Put your hands together. We also have our esteemed guests who came. Put your hands together for them. Representatives from Ghana Health Service, the BCS, and all of that. And then we have students from Presec La and Accra Wesley Girls. Put your hands together for them. Beautiful, beautiful. Students from Presby La and Accra Wesley Girls. Now let's begin round one, question one. Guys, are you ready? Alan, under the 1992 Constitution, everyone has the right to personal liberty. True or false?
True.
True, that's correct. Selassie, the official title of the Dagomba Paramount Chief is the Indewura. True or false?
True.
True, that's false. It's false. It's the Yana. Rosling, the company tax was replaced by the value added tax. True or false?
True.
False. It was replaced by the sales tax. Sales tax. Nana, you're disturbed. I can see it on your face. The world's largest artificial lake is located in Brazil. True or false?
False.
False, that's correct. Alan, a young duck is called a duckling. What's the name for a young sheep? Sheepling. 5 seconds.
Sheep.
Sheep. It's wrong. It's a lamb. It's a lamb. Selassie, what's the name for a young rabbit?
A buck.
A buck. No. A buck is wrong. It's a bunny or a kit. It's a bunny or a kit. Rosalind, a young pig. What's it called?
A piglet.
Piglet, that's correct. And other names for a young pig are shoat, the farrow, and the suckling. Nana, a young lion, what's it called?
Cub.
Cub, that's correct. Alan, which is the closest prime number from 10? The closest from 10. 5 seconds.
11.
11, that's correct. So let's do some maths here. What's the sum of all prime numbers from 2 to 10? The sum of all prime numbers from 2 to 10
It's 10.
10, that's wrong. The prime numbers 2, 3, 5, and 7. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17. Rosalind, what do I get when I divide 3 by half?
1.5.
1.5 is wrong, that's 6. The answer is 6. Nana, the final one in this round. You can make it or you will break it. How many even numbers are there from 2 to 10? 5 seconds.
3.
3, that's wrong. It's 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And it's not 10,000 Ghana cedis, it's 5,000 Ghana cedis. But I'm sure if you put together the money we're giving away in the cash rewards, it will be up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. We'll be right back with the scores and more. Stay with us. At the end of round 1, how did our contestants fare? I'm loving this already because I don't know who's kicking someone out and who is bringing someone on. But let's find out the scores, shall we? So we'll break the tie between Alan and Nana. All right, gentlemen, let's get ready with our clickers. In what mountain range can I locate the Mount Everest? The options are the Himalayas, the Andes, the Rocky Mountain, and the Appalachian. Appalachian. Let's go now. So Alan gets it right. Put your hands together for Alan. That's the fastest finger. Alan, who are you kicking out?
Okay, I'll take Kelvin.
Kelvin. Nana, you're out. Put your hands together for Nana. If you just tune in, this is the grand finale of the 3rd season of the Good Life Game Show, proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS project with sponsorship from the USA. Guys, if you're ready, please press play and let's see the video.
Death comes to us in many forms, but timely intervention can prevent some of them. Malaria takes its toll each year on many, leading to death of one person in Ghana every 3 hours. In 2009, 3,000 people in Ghana died from malaria, and most of them were children.
When you get malaria, especially for children under 5 years, if you don't act fast, that child will be lost within 48 hours. That is within 2 days. Malaria starts as simple. When we say simple, it's just the fever we all know, headaches, and then the shiverings. But if you don't treat it, that will progress to what we call severe malaria.
Severe malaria can cause brain damage, leaving the patient with permanent learning disabilities, physical weakness, and emotional problems.
Sometimes the parasites actually go into the brain. And when they go into the brain, we call that cerebral malaria. But the background to saying that all this is severe malaria is that there must be parasites that we can say is the cause of this?
For cerebral malaria cases, if you don't treat fast, the child will go into coma. If we are fortunate enough and that child does not die and recovers, about 9% of those who recover, they end up with what we call permanent deficits. Now, some of the permanent disabilities include even epilepsy. Some of them may not be able to concentrate well when they go to school.
In Jamestown, a well-known fishing community in Accra, is a moving story. A beautiful girl by name Roberta has been permanently confined to the wheelchair for the most part of her 17 years in this life. Roberta was diagnosed with epilepsy as a result of severe malaria before she could even say her first words.
I told me Florence Jambia Dude ne Roberta Nalam ne lampi imbini imbiko me Nalam ne yefo she boy ya hiele baka bana 6 months 3 weeks na ke he do wa when my sister ko me e tune ne kala ke sanda a me he do ne ka o ke he do kenu afofre ono ta paracetamol syrup ko hane no ene kan ni wo ni ke hwe eno to me fofre eno pa no ne hellish to mom ko ne hellish once no e shit okay e film bi dem so ko da kla men kla ken kla hospital fe beninye ke ba ne ni gbe shi woni clet e nke de kan doctor ni e chon mi word ni ya ni kan ha doctor ni word o am china you about that month ni e fail following month e fail third month ni ku se fail e ko beni ena 2 years ena keshin yenye tashin yenye fe no kono ya kwa mi e nyeme e mi ba ko ba mana eni awame kafu mesani mene fi obu kafu.
The disabled state of Roberta, caused by severe malaria, leaves their mother no option than to cope with all the hardship. We can all come together to drive malaria away. There has been tremendous progress made in Ghana in the fight against malaria. Many more people are sleeping under treated bed nets, the most effective way to prevent malaria. More people are treating malaria early and fully with ACTs, the recommended malaria medicine. More pregnant women and their unborn children are being protected from malaria with free medicine available at antenatal clinics. However, there is still a long way to go before we win the fight against malaria.
You saw the pathetic story of Roberta. I'm sure that you are heartbroken now, but those are the facts. Those are the things that happen when you take malaria lightly. You heard there that in Ghana, every 3 hours we lose one person from that deadly ailment, disease called malaria. Now, guys, you saw the question. You don't have tears in your eyes yet because you're thinking about the money. But don't worry, here are the questions that follow. We'll start with you, Alan. What was the cause of Roberta's disability?
Severe malaria.
Severe malaria is correct. Selassie, how old was Roberta when she became sick with severe malaria?
She was 6 months, 3 weeks old.
That's beautiful. Rosalind, for how long has Roberta been confined to the wheelchair?
8 years.
8 years, that's wrong. It's 17 years. 17 years. And I asked you to watch closely and read the subtitles because the clip was in Ghana. And I'm not sure if all of you understand it so well, so you had to read. Alan, name 2 symptoms of severe malaria.
Epilepsy, coma, or fainting.
The guy said I said 2. Dr. Margaret, he's mentioned epilepsy, fainting, and coma. What do you think?
Yes, coma, we can agree with him. Fainting to a point, but epilepsy as a symptom of severe malaria, no.
How many marks will we be gracious enough to give him?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Alan has 2 out of 3. Selassie, which disability is she suffering from? I mean, Roberta, as a result of severe malaria.
She's suffering from epilepsy.
Epilepsy. Dr. Margaret, do you agree?
Yes, she has severe physical disability as a result of the brain damage that she had from malaria. She had convulsions once, if I remember clearly. So I would give you 1 out of 3.
Rosling, why is Roberta suffering from permanent brain damage?
Because she had slow malaria and then she wasn't treated well, so it's developed into severe malaria.
You've been bailed out. I'm sorry, my dear. I'm not sure about slow malaria. Doc, is there anything like slow malaria?
Well, I'm hearing it for the first time myself. What we're looking out for was the fact that the parasites spread into the brain to cause brain damage. You remember in the clip, the doctor on the ward said that when you have severe malaria, the parasites can actually invade your brain and then they give you all the problems that we saw with Roberta, and it's called cerebral malaria. So that was what we're looking for.
Alan, what is the difference between uncomplicated malaria and severe malaria? The difference.
Uncomplicated malaria is the malaria, that's normal malaria with pains. And the severe malaria is the one characterized by convulsions and other seizures or disabilities.
Dr. Alan. Dr. Margaret, what do you think?
We'll give you 2 out of 3, Alan.
Selassie, the last one for you in this round. Mention one lesson that can be drawn from Roberta's story.
Okay, the lesson that can be drawn is when you even have uncomplicated malaria, it's advisable to go to the clinic or the hospital to get treatment and take the full dosage of the medicine so it doesn't develop into severe malaria.
Okay. Doc, do you agree with him?
Yes, I agree.
You do? So he gets all 3?
Yes, I agree with him.
Congratulations. Rosling, last one for this round. Name 2 permanent disabilities and serious outcomes of severe malaria.
Convulsion, and the child will not be able to concentrate well in school.
I'm tempted to give you all 3. Dr. Margaret, is there anything you want to add? Is she right?
Yes, I agree with Rosalind. We are going to give her all the 3 points. She mentioned convulsions, what we usually call seizure disorder. And then she mentioned learning disabilities. So she's right.
Rosling is right. And that right answer brings us to the end of round 2. Are we having fun yet? Yeah. Are you sure? Put your hands together. At the end of round 2, 3 contestants are standing: Alan, Selassie, and Rosling. How did they fare? That means Rosling is the end of the road for you. Come for your presidential handshake. Which do you prefer, hug or a handshake? Round 3 is our thematic round. In this round, we usually pick one of our Good Life selected themes. But because this is the grand finale of season 3, we're going to have to put together all our 4 special themes. I'm talking about maternal, neonatal and child health, family planning, nutrition, and water and sanitation. That means our contestants will answer questions from these 4 selected themes. And guys, good luck to you. May the best one win. This is a race for speed and a quest for accuracy. I wish you all the best. Shall we begin round 3, question 1? Alan, name all the modern family planning methods available in Ghana. All of them.
We have the condoms, we have the injectables, we have the IUD, we have the implants, we have the vasectomy, we have the tubal ligation, and we also have the injectables.
The condoms, are there ones for children? Children and adults? What types of condoms do we have?
We have the male and female condoms.
Okay, beautiful. Let's give him a round of applause. He got it. So Margaret, is there something you want to add? Or he said it all? Thank you very much. Selassie, Who's responsible within a relationship for using contraceptives? Who is responsible?
It's both of them. All couples, like the two couples, yes.
The male and the female.
And the female,
Do you
yes.
use condoms?
Yes, I do.
You do. Cheers together for him. He got it right. Dr. Margaret, is there something you want to add for us?
Yes, it has to be a joint decision between the two partners. Otherwise, it breeds issues of mistrust in the relationship.
Thank you very much. Selassie has 3. Alan has 3 in this round. Alan, what does dual protection mean?
Dual protection means protection against the STIs and pregnancy.
Beautiful! Selassie, what should a woman do if she forgets to take a pill for 2 to 3 days? 2 or 3 days?
Okay, what she can do is she will take a pill immediately she remembers, and the next pill will be taken at the regular time.
Okay, that's what you said. Take immediately she remembers and take the rest at regular times. Dr. Margaret, is he all the way right?
To a point, he's right. She needs to continue taking the medications as soon as she remembers and then at the regular times. But more importantly, she has to use other methods to avoid unplanned pregnancy, or should avoid sex for at least 7 days after she's missed her medication.
So that leaves us with how many marks for Selassie?
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3 for Selassie. I'm sure the whole idea of using a contraceptive is to prevent from getting pregnant. So if you take the pill immediately, you remember, and you continue a regular time, and you go having sex within the 7 days that you're not supposed to, you still might get pregnant. So the whole idea is defeated. Alan, Ghana Health Service recommends 3 strategies for the prevention of malaria in pregnant women. Mention 2 of them.
Taking of sulfadoxine, pyrimethamine, and also sleeping under treated insecticide mosquito.
I'll give you the mark. Selassie, give 3 warning signs during pregnancy that requires the pregnant woman to see health worker immediately.
Okay,
3 warning signs.
Fever, rise in temperature, and loss of appetite.
Doc?
What we're actually looking out for were severe warning signs in pregnancy. Fever, rise in temperature, I guess they're about the same thing. And then loss of appetite. Quite a number of pregnant women lose appetite. And it's not as though they have a severe illness or any impending threat to the pregnancy. What we're actually looking out for was bleeding anytime during the pregnancy. That is bleeding from the vagina, severe abdominal pain, headaches, dizziness. And then if your baby stops kicking, or if you cannot feel that your baby is kicking any longer, it's important that you visit your health worker immediately. And then if the baby's waters break before labor begins, it's also important to visit the health worker. If your face is swollen, your feet or your hands are swollen, it's not a sign that you are going to have a male baby, but it's a sign that something is definitely wrong, for which you need to see a health worker immediately.
Doc, so what does Selassie get?
Unfortunately, nothing.
He gets 0. Selassie, I'm sorry. Alan, how do hookworms enter the body? How?
Through the skin.
Through the skin?
Yes, or through the feet, and they move to the skin.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that mark. I'll give you that mark. Put your hands together for him. It's basically through skin penetration, and it's through the bare feet, the hands through contaminated soil. So he has the correct marks. Selassie, why do we immunize children? Why?
To protect them against getting the 6 killer diseases, or to protect them or prevent them from getting infected with killer diseases.
Selassie has 3 points. Alan, we are grinding to a halt. This will be the last one for you in this round. When should a mother start breastfeeding her baby? When?
Immediately. Immediately. Immediately she delivers, or immediately she gives birth. Yeah, 30 minutes, within 30 minutes.
There's one thing about Alan that I like, his cunning. He has a way of trying to wrap you around his answer. Dr. Margaret, I'm sure you'll not be wrapped around.
Alan, you are right.
So Alan is right.
Yes.
Nearer and nearer, they are gravitating towards the cash prize, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Selassie, you can make a difference. When could babies be weaned off breast? When?
Anytime after 2 years.
Anytime after 2 years. Dr. Margaret, do you agree?
Selassie is right.
Selassie is right, that's correct. We'll be right back with the scores for round 3 and some more. Stay with us. If you're just tuning in, boy, you missed out all the fun and the action because our 2 remaining contestants, Alan and Selassie, have finished battling their heads off, and pretty soon we'll be finding out the scores. At the end of round 3, how did they fare?
The Goodlife Game Show Grand Finale. Our 3rd and 4th place winners will each take home a good 1,000 Ghana cedis cash. Our 2nd place winner takes home a better 2,000 Ghana cedis cash, while our grand winner takes home the best 5,000 Ghana cedis cash. Goodlife, live it well.
Nana, come up for your prize. And our next prize is going to be presented by Mr. Francis Oklu. Our 3rd prize, which goes to Rosling. Rosling, come up. Our 2nd prize that goes to Selassie is going to be presented by Rebecca, who is a PRO of the Ghana Health Service. Your health, our concern. Put your hands together. And the ultimate, which is a 5,000 Ghana cedis cash reward, plus other rewards from the Goodlife team, is going to be presented by Dr. Gloria Kwansa Asari, who is the Director of Family Health at the Ghana Health Service. And that's how the cookie crumbles on the 3rd season of your favorite Goodlife game show, proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS project with sponsorship from the USAID. Now, it's important that you remember all the things that we've learned on this very 3rd season. Don't only memorize them, but also apply them and tell someone about them. Malaria kills, it's deadly, it kills 1 person in Ghana every 3 hours. ORS and zinc combination remains the most effective and efficient way to combat diarrhea. Now, you also need to choose a family planning method that's best for you. There are so many methods available. And keep your environments clean. Make sure you eat healthy from the 3 food groups. That's the bodybuilding, the energy giving, and the protective food groups. It will make you grow, glow, and go. But most importantly, we can't enjoy all of these if we do not have peace. So as we gravitate towards the electioneering process, make sure that you are a recipe for peace and not a refugee of war. My name is Johnny Hughes, the Bonafide Genius. I'll come your way again with some more exciting activities from the Goodlife team. But until then, please remember that your good life goes with your good love. And you, yes, you have that singular right to live it well. Think about it, enjoy, have a Merry Christmas and good night.
This program was brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, BCS Project and USAID.